Somebody told me a story about individuals that will suck the life out of you. And I don't mean cheating men, I mean vampires. So this girl tells me this story, and I debated on whether to tell it to you guys or not. But the more and more I pondered on it, let's go. But before we get started, TikTok, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing I say in this video is true. It's just a book review. So this girl named Allison, and that's not the name that I know her by, but anyway, so this girl named Allison, for all intents and purposes, she is a dancer. She is a scripper. She has worked all over the United States. I know her personally. She is telling me that there is a biker organization. Their main hubs are New Orleans and Memphis. And you might be saying, Jay Lee, well, you worked out of Memphis when you were young. Did you ever see any activity? Kind of. This is going to be kind of a long series, so this is episode 1. Come on, stay with me. It's good. Now, we've all heard stories, and we've all seen Sons of Anarchy and things of that nature, but you've never heard a story like this one. They're running more than rugs with D's. And this is linked into human smack. You know what I mean? Yeah, people trading. But not for what you think, but kind of what you think. Allison's been dancing since she turned 18 years old and kicked flat out on her ass by her mom and dad. Couldn't hold down a job, had 2 kids already on her hip by 18. But she still looks good, thinks she still got it, so she's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to start dancing. It's kind of hard to keep a job when you've got 2 babies already and a bunch of broken promises. She gets the bright idea, I'm going to go to New Orleans. She lived in Louisiana her whole life. Only been to New Orleans once with her daddy when she was little. But if you want to make a dream come true, that's where you go in Louisiana, she said. So her and a couple of her girlfriends decide they're going to pack it up and they're heading to New Orleans. They are going to go get jobs. And they do. So all 3 girls take different jobs in different places, but they're all the same job, but just at different places. And they all become scrippers. And she said they were working there for about 3 weeks when they all decided they were going to move because the money was just fantastic. And this is back in the early 90s. So her parents agree to keep her kids, her 2 kids, for 6 months until she can get herself established in New Orleans. A better life for the kids. However, she doesn't tell her parents exactly what it is that she's doing. She tells them a lie. One night, she's at work, and she's making decent money, or what she believes is decent money. I mean, she's never made this much money before. And she's sitting there talking to her friend, and she was like, I've got a couple of friends coming in here tonight, a couple of regulars from Memphis. They're going to be in town with their biker chapter, conducting some business, and they like to spend money when they're in town. I think they would really like you. So she says, okay, I'm down, bet, when? So a couple of these guys show up about 11:30 at night, and she notices something immediately. They're bikers, and they've all got on their jackets, and I won't say which ones, but I do know. The patches. And she says immediately, these aren't your typical run-of-the-mill guys. Of course, they're bikers. She'd never been around bikers before. But not like that. She said that these guys were pale. Like extremely pale. Not like ghostly white or opaque, but there was something different in their eyes. But back then, everybody was on the, so she just figured they all were. But at the same time, in her mind, she knew that there was something different about the eyes. So they're in the VIP, and she's sitting down talking to one of the guys, and his name is Carlo. And he tells her, what are you doing in a place like this? And she's like, well, I have 2 kids. They're at home with my mom and dad. I'm here to make money. I'm trying to get my kids established, put them in a private school, give them the life I never had, right? He tells her, well, you're in the wrong place. He said, you should be working in Memphis. That's where all the good money is, not here. They exchange numbers, and her other friend that works there, not one of her roommates, but her other friend that works there had introduced him. So she felt more comfortable about it because she's been knowing her for about 2 months now. So that night, when they get back home, or the next morning, might I say the next morning, because they didn't get off, she said, like 5 o'clock in the morning. So they go home, and she tells them all, we're in the wrong spot, guys. We done got an apartment here and everything, but we could travel up there one weekend, give it a shot, and see how it goes. And they're like, okay, so we're going to Memphis. So this guy, Carlo, the biker guy, and his friends are going to meet them up there, and they're going to spend money. They all got jobs in one spot this time. And immediately she said the air was different. The money was better. It was flowing plentifully. She thought New Orleans was good, but this was like nothing she had ever seen before. People were actually catching connecting flights through Memphis at this time and later in time for a reason. But look, guys, it's getting kind of hard to upload because they're really going to be longer. So if you want to hear more about what happens with this story, trust me, you do, then like, share, follow, and comment. It's deep. And I know the girl firsthand, so even though I said allegedly, I believe this one. Yeah.